baseball. We got a rubber match here at Travis Field as your Bryan Yard Dogs look to take the series over the league-leading Nacogdoches Niners. You'll hear it all right here on the Bryan Yard Dog YouTube channel. Nick Savage and Will Fain with you up in the Travis Field press box. And Will, it was a victory for Nacogdoches last night, 5-2. They hold off a late charging Yard Dog squad, and even the series forced the rubber match here tonight, and they're turning to a pretty impressive pitcher of their own right to try to come away with the series win here tonight. And Yard Dogs turn into Eric Glenwinkle making his second start. Did well in his first start, but it'll be a tall task against the best offense in the league.
Right, and you know, they haven't scored, neither team has really scored a lot this series. We've seen some really good defensive plays from both teams, so a lot of complete games as well. Looking forward to this third game of the series. We've had two exciting games. Let's see for a third.
It'll be Jake Kelly leading things off for field manager Nicaelan Morrison and the Niners. Jake Gorell, the second baseman, bats second. Batting third is Camden Knutson, the DH. Brandon Sheets will bat fourth and play first tonight. Adrian Sindo, the shortstop, hits fifth. Fernando Perez Ortega is the catcher for the Niners tonight. He bats sixth. Batting seventh is Oscar Galvez, the third baseman. Batting eighth, Devin Duque, the left fielder. And batting ninth, Joshua Stanley, the right fielder. On the mound for your Yard Dogs, like I mentioned, it's Eric Glenwinkle making his second start of the summer. His first start came back on June 28th, last Sunday, and he went 4 innings, allowed 5 hits, 3 runs, 3 strikeouts, no walks against Fort Scott in a victory for the Yard Dogs. So looking to replicate that success as Jay Kelly will stroll to the plate. He's had a very successful series so far. He's the league leader in RBIs and stolen bases. And so far in the series, he's got 5 hits. Last night went 3 for 4 with a walk, RBI double, and a stolen base. It'll be a righty matchup to start us off here as Kelly digs into the box. First pitch of the game comes home, and it's swung on and sent into right field. Williams getting the start in right, can't make the catch, and that one's going to roll all the way to the wall. Easy 3-bagger for Jay Kelly as he is into third base standing up. And one pitch and a runner in scoring position for the Niners here on a Sunday afternoon. That'll bring up Jake Gorell with a chance early on to give the Niners the lead. That was the first triple of the season for Jay Kelly. As Gorell bats from the right side as well, he'll take strike one on the outside corner.
Niners already looking to be aggressive early in at bats as he was swinging first pitch there. Kelly anyways.
Gorell appearing in his 9th game. He swings and pops this one right side of the infield. It's Quintilla, the second baseman, who drifts out into shallow right field, and tagging is Kelly. He's got the speed, but the throw not held onto by catcher Justice Brinson. And we're 3 pitches into the game, and it's a 1-0 lead for the Nacogdoches Niners on the Jake Gorell sacrifice fly.
Next up, the DH number 7, Camden Knutson.
Very Jose Altuve-esque there by Jay Kelly as he tagged up on a relatively short fly ball into right field. As here's Camden Knutson, the DH. First pitch, chopped foul up the first base side. Knutson hitting third in the 3rd straight game last night. Reached base 3 times, but in the scorebook he was 0 for 3. Did score a run, and then on Friday, game 1 of this series, had an RBI single. That was a 6-5 walk-off winner for the Yard Dogs. It's a 1-2 count as Glenwinkle clips the outside corner. Same home plate umpire we had in game 1. Led to a little bit of controversy. This one grounded to the right side on a few hops. Over to second, Quintilla up with it, and we'll get the out over at first. So 2 down here in the top of the first inning. It's 1-0 Nacogdoches, and Brandon Sheets, the first baseman, will stroll to the plate. Sheets last night, single and a run scored, also stole a base.
First baseman number 22, Brandon Sheets.
Righty-lefty matchup here as Sheets stands in and takes ball 1 upstairs. One-oh pitch, check swing. Sheets held on, and he's ahead 2-0 here. Brandon coming into this game, leader in average on the Niners, 455. He's got 2 home runs. He's going to go around on that 2-0 offering. Takes the count to 2 balls, 1 strike. Sheets has also scored 21 runs. 3rd in the league in hits with 35 on the summer. He's got a 3-1 count here as Glenn Winkle can't find the outside corner. (3-1) is sent foul.
That's a first financial late. Foul ball.
Now full count here to Brandon Sheets, the first baseman for the Niners here in the top of the first inning. 1 run already home, 2 outs. No one on base for Nacogdoches. Glenn Winkle set at the belt. The 3-2. Line back up the middle. Pachorik, the shortstop, stabs it, throwing on the run over to first in time to get Brandon Sheets. But not before the Niners strike. It's Jay Kelly who leads off with the triple. Jake Gorell, a sacrifice fly, makes it 1-0 as we go to the bottom of the first. Come on back. This is Bryan Yard Dog Baseball. Bottom of the first out at Travis Field, a 1-0 Nacogdoches lead over your Yard Dogs. Here's how head coach John Byington will line up his starting 9. Gavin Shaddix, the DH, will lead things off tonight. Tegan Riley, the center fielder, bats second. Jake Wiley hits third. Batting fourth, Aubrey Reed, the first baseman. Hunter Barros will bat fifth and play third tonight. Justice Brinson, the catcher, hits sixth. Batting seventh, Tanner Pachorik, the shortstop. Daniel Williams in right field tonight hits eighth, and Aiden Quintilla, the second baseman, hits ninth. On the mound for Nacogdoches, it's Gun Beck, the Seoul, South Korea native. He's out of Orange Coast, making his second start He's 3-0 with a 2.65 ERA and 17 innings pitched. He's got 17 strikeouts, so arguably one of the better pitchers on this Niners staff. The Yard Dogs will have to solve him if they want a series win, as they come into this one 19-17. Nacogdoches 28-9 after their win last night. It's in the bottom half of the first. Clips the bottom half of the zone and strike one. Yes.
And yesterday we had a little bit of that cloud cover and not any shade on the field today. This evening, anyways.
Beck quickly ahead 0-2 here to the SFA Lumberjack. Shattuck's hitting .294, 8 RBIs, 13 runs scored. The 0-2. Chopped foul over towards the Yard Dog dugout.
That's another First Financial Bank. Foul.
0-2. Breaking ball just outside. Beck thought he had strike three, and we might get this started early here. Will Fain. Niners had some exceptions with this home plate umpire about the strike zone on Friday night. The 1-2's fouled off. So Shattuck's will stay alive here. And I've seen him umpire some games in the past. He doesn't like to take much in terms of criticism, I guess, as this one's lifted into right field. Stanley on the move will make the catch as he drifted into right center. Route number one.
I mean, even in Friday night's game, we had that one play where there was no discussion with the field umpire about if he went on the check swing or not.
Yeah, and you're referring to a check swing that went against the Niners, and the Nacogdoches dugout just wanted an appeal to the first base umpire, but the home plate umpire wouldn't even grant them. It's very rare to see. Stephen Riley is understand. Back middle and under the glove of Gunn Beck, so it's a single here with one out in the bottom of the first.
Up to bat from Grapevine, left fielder number 6.
So Jake Wiley, the left fielder, comes to the plate. Wiley, second among active Bryan Yard Dogs in RBIs. He's got 15 as he digs in. Runner on first, one out. Trailing 1-0 in the bottom of the first inning. Appreciate you folks watching along on YouTube. Understand that kind of gets blurry here and there. It's a hot one up here, folks. We have an open air press box, so when the gear starts to heat up, sometimes it cuts in and out. So we're working on it the best we can. The runs up and gets Jake Wiley and hits him. So two men will be on first. And Aubrey Reed will come to the plate with one out in the bottom of the first inning.
Aubrey Reed.
Yeah, it is a scorcher today.
Again, the 6 o'clock first pitch, always on Sundays, so you're going to deal with a little bit more heat. This series started with the 6:05 first pitch on Friday as well. Aubrey Reed into the box. Like I mentioned, he leads the Bryan Yard Dogs with extra base hits with 6. First pitch lands in there, called strike 1. Gunbeck set at the belt, the 0-1 home. That one just outside. Beck with that really looping breaking ball. Pairs it with the fastball. Tegan Riley leads off second after his 1-out single in the bottom of the first. Jake Wiley over at first after the hit by pitch. The 1-1 to Aubrey Reed is chopped to the right side. They're going to go to second and get Wiley, and everyone will be safe, but on the back end of the play, Tegan Riley over at third base caught too far on his run through third, and they're going to back pick him to end the inning. So a 4-6-5 double play ends the bottom of the first. As the Yard Dogs cannot get the run back, they still trail 1-0 going to the second. Come on back, this is Bryan Yard Dog Baseball. Top of the second, 1-0 Niners lead the Yard Dogs, as it will be Adrian Sindo, Fernando Perez Ortega, and Oscar Galvez to lead things off for the visitors. Jay Kelly led off this game, first pitch swinging, and he put himself on third base with a triple. And Jake Gorell followed it up with the sacrifice fly, so that's how the Niners took the 1-0 lead. It's Glenn Winkle on the mound still for the Yard Dogs as he lands a first pitch slider for strike 1 to Sindo.
You don't see many sac flies up to second base.
That was a really shallow fly ball, but Jake Kelly, plenty of speed, and Adrian Sindo, good piece of hitting, puts this one over and left for a base hit. Back-to-back innings with the leadoff man reaching for the Niners. That'll bring Fernando Perez Ortega to the plate. First time we've seen him in this series. Getting the start at catcher tonight. First pitch as Perez Ortega shows bunt, pulls it back, and it misses for ball 1. He's out of Embry-Riddle Aeronautical University.
Oh, goodness.
Calls Spring, Texas home. 1-0 misses inside at 2 balls, no strikes now. The Perez Ortega, 5'10", 195-pound right-handed hitter. There goes the runner, throw down from Brinson is offline, and in safely is Adrian Sindo. He steals second pitch missed as well, so it will be a 3-0 count here to the Nacogdoches backstop. Slider in there. Correction on that count. It's 2 balls and 2 strikes now as that slider landed on the inner half. Now Fernando Perez Ortega, even count. Sindo out at second base. In the top of the second, nobody out for Nacogdoches. Glenwinkle out of the stretch. Here comes. Swung on and dropped. Dropped third strike. Throw down to first was in time, and on the back end of that play, Adrian Sindo moves up to third. So, a rare productive strikeout, I guess, if you want to say it that way. A drop third strike leads to Adrian Sindo moving up to third base. They do get the out down at first. First strikeout of the day for Eric Glenwinkle. Now Oscar Galvez, the third baseman, bats. First time he stepped into the box tonight. Got the night off yesterday, started game 1. He takes strike 1 on the outside corner. He was 0 for 3 with a strikeout on Friday night. Galvez out of Tampa, Florida. Quickly behind 0-2 as Glenwinkle lands the front door slider. 276 average in 22 games played, a home run and 15 RBIs. Glenwinkle's 0-2 here to Galvez. Line to the second baseman and caught by Quintilla. Retreating back to third is Adrian Sindo. And there's 2 down for Devin Duque. Our dog defense had him played perfectly. As it's Daniel Williams out in right field tonight. Tegan Riley in center and Jake Wiley in left. On the infield, Aubrey Reed, Aiden Quintilla at second, Pachork at short, and at third, Hunter Barros. 0-0 delivery to Devin Duque, lands in there, called strike 1. Slider working early for Eric Glenwinkle.
Yeah, he's been able to locate that one really well.
0-1, cut on and missed. Glenwinkle quickly ahead of Devin Duque here, 0-2. Runner over at third, here in the top of the second. 2 outs. And here's the 0-2 pitch to Duque. He takes low. Duque out of Ottawa University of Arizona. 5'10", 165-pounder. 1-2 on the way. That'll even up the count. 2 balls, 2 strikes as the fastball misses up and in. Glenwinkle lets that right arm hang, now brings the glove and hand together, the 2-2. Swung on and missed. Devin Duque chases the slider down and away. And they will strand the runner over at third base. 1 hit, no errors, 1 man left on, 1-0 going to the bottom of the second. Out at Travis Field, Yard Dogs coming back to the plate. This is Bryan Yard Dog Baseball. home team. Hunter Barros, Justice Brinson, Tanner Pechoric. That's 5, 6, and 7. Barros getting his third start in the series. All three of them coming at the hot corner, facing Gunn Beck in his second inning of work. He's first pitch swinging, chopping it up the middle. It's Gurrell ranging up the middle, throwing on the run, and it's in time to get Hunter Barros for the first out of the bottom of the second. Now Justice Brinson.
Brian backstop, number 19, Justice Brinson.
Brinson was the DH last night. Drew 2 walks, scored a run. Getting the start at catcher tonight. Started the rally on Friday in the 9th inning. Was the tying run that drew a walk. Was lifted for a pinch runner, but he led off the bottom of the 9th inning and got that 2-run rally started. Beck's 0-1 bounces in there. And it's a 1-ball, 1-strike count. Nacogdoches still sitting atop the league, 28-9. Fort Scott in second, they are 19-14. Meridian 18-15, they're in third place, and Bryan at 19-17. 1-1 in, called strike 2 to Brinson. Those are your 4 playoff teams. Piney Woods 12-18 on the outside looking in, and Beaumont won last night. They're 6-29 now. Ended a 23-game losing streak, I think. The 1-2 comes home. That one misses outside. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Long pause for Beck, the 2-2 home. Ooh, fouled off the umpire's mask, so he'll take a second to shake it off as the catcher Perez Ortega and Beck will talk things over. Justice Brinson giving the home plate umpire some time, and now Daniel Williams out of the on-deck circle brings some cold water. Got to be tough to play catcher. You also got to be tough to be a home plate umpire.
Exactly.
You're going to wear some balls, even some bats sometimes come back and get you. And that one caught him square in the face mask, so he's good to go. It'll be a 2-2 count with 1 down, nobody on in the bottom of the second for Justice Brinson. Wide hole up the middle as Sendo and Galvez, the left side of this Nacogdoches infield, shifted to pull against the righty. 2-2 on the way from Beck. This one right into the shifted shortstop Sendo. Long throw for him is in time for out number 2. Scouting report pays off there. Now Tanner Pechoric, 2 down, nobody on.
Coming up to the plate for your Bryan Yard Dogs shortstop.
Pechoric
Tanner Pechoric.
making his 3rd start of the series at short. Last night had a double run scored, and on Friday drew a walk. Didn't collect any hits though. Lefty-righty matchup. First pitch comes home, and it's swung on and missed for strike 1. Beck's 0-2, chopped foul. Just like that. Gunn Beck ahead, 0-2. Beck trying to work a 1-2-3 inning here in the bottom of the second. Yard Dogs looking for a 2-out rally. This one's going to be a base hit, chopped right back up the middle. Good piece of hitting for Tanner Pechoric. Collects his 2nd hit of the series. Now Daniel Williams, the right fielder, will bat. Williams pinch hit last night in the 9th inning. Had a leadoff single to try to get something going for Bryan, but Lucas Hernandez proved to be too much on the mound for the Niners. He shuts it down and forced a rubber match here tonight. First pitch to Daniel is on the outside corner for strike one. Williams in his 19th game, batting .212. Has drawn 15 walks, 9 RBIs on 7 hits this year. 0-1 is taken, blocked well by Perez Ortega, keeps it in front of him. No advance from Tanner Paciorek. Beck, 1-1, misses outside. 2 balls, 1 strike count to the Yard Dogs right fielder in the bottom of the 2nd inning. 1-0 our score with 2 down. Tanner Paciorek, the 2-out base runner. Two ones cut on and miss. Fastball down and in, it looked like, from Gun Beck. Now he's a pitch away from working a scoreless inning once again.
Now, would you try to get active on the base pass here tonight if you're the Yard Dogs with runners on first?
Yeah, this would be the time to run. We'll see if Paciorek gets in motion. No, he'll stay put. Pitch misses outside. They'll back pick, though. And Tanner Paciorek back in safely. Daniel Williams with a full count here. Yard Dogs last night stole 2 bases. We're a little bit more active on Friday. 3-2, misses inside, ball 4, breaking ball just missed. And so now the Yard Dogs will have runners at first and second, 2 outs for Aiden Quintilla. Just like last inning, Yard Dogs had 2 men on, but a double play ended the inning. But now with 2 outs here, see what Aiden can do, second baseman and pitcher for the Yard Dogs. Getting a chance to hit here tonight. First pitch to him as a fastball grooved in there for strike 1. Shadows starting to creep in on home plate. Be a factor through the middle innings of this game, as the ball will come from the sun to the shadows, then from the shadows to the sun at one point. 0-1, elevated fastball, gets a big swing and a miss from Quintilla, and he's behind 0-2. Paciorek out at second after his 2-out single. Daniel Williams walked following that. Now an 0-2 count here to Quintilla. Gunbeck set, and he will turn and fake the pickoff back to second base. Just wants to reset here. Beck set at the belt. The 0-2 on the way. Broken bat, popped foul, first base side. Sheets looking for room, and it is about 3 feet over the wall where he can't make a play. So Quintilla will stay alive. He's going to need a new bat, though. As he hands off to Gavin Shaddix, who takes the broken lumber. Two men on, 2 out in the bottom of the second. 1-0 Niners lead, the 0-2. Fouled back. Quintilla just catches a piece to stay alive. Stanley's in right for Nacogdoches. Kelly's in center. Duque in left. Sheets, Gorell, Sindo, Galvez, the infield from right to left for Nacogdoches. And Perez Ortega, the backstop for Gunbeck tonight. He's trying to get out of this inning with no damage done. The 0-2. Bounces in there, gets away from Perez Ortega. Runners go, and the throw down to second. Not in time, as the Yard Dogs will have 2 men in scoring position and a 1-2 count now to Aiden Cantilla. Beck laboring a little bit more through this inning.
I wonder if maybe the heat has anything to do with it, or
plays his college baseball in California. Again, from Seoul, South Korea. Has been pitching here in the MAL. Pretty well so far. The 1-2 fouled back once again. The battle continues.
That's another First Financial Bank foul ball.
Seventh pitch of the AB about to come home, as Beck is out of the windup now, and he'll step off. Beck, a little coaching from Nacogdoches Morrison from the Nacogdoches dugout. Now the lefty back onto the rubber. Ready with another 1-2 here to Aiden Cantilla. Fought off.
4 different pitches have been fouled off in this at bat.
And this is from a guy who's done more pitching than hitting for the Yard Dogs so far this season. Putting up a good fight here. 1-2. Sent to the left side. Third baseman Galvez is up with it. Throw almost pulls off Sheets, but he's able to keep that left foot on the bag to end the inning. So the Yard Dogs leave 2 men stranded in scoring position. They still trail by 1, heading to the third. This is Bryan Yard Dog Baseball. To the third we go. Nick Savage and Wolf Lee with you here on the Bryan Yard Dog YouTube channel. Nacogdoches leading Bryan 1-0. Josh Stanley, 9-hole hitter, will lead things off against Eric Glenwinkle. First pitch in there, called, no, not called a strike, as that one just missed inside. Thought the umpire was gearing up to raise that right hand, but instead it's 1-0. (2-0) now as Glenwinkle's fastball misses in. Joshua Stanley got the night off last night. Started in left in game one, got a hit, stole a base, and scored a run. Has a 2-1 count here to lead off the third. Stanley out of Eureka College, hometown of Huntsville, Texas. Has a 2-2 count. 329 average for him, a home run, 11 RBIs. Scored 28 runs in 28 games played. 2-2. Gets away from Perez Ortega as that breaking ball was in the dirt. Counts run full here. Three-game hitting streak for him. The 3-2 is sent to the left side, and this one batted around on the infield. Joshua Stanley safe over at first base and make it a 4-game hitting streak. Joshua Stanley, the leadoff man on for the third straight inning for the Niners. Now the top of the order back up, Jay Kelly.
Center fielder number 8, Jadrian Kelly.
1 for 1 with a triple and a run scored. Swung at the first pitch of the game and legged out a 3-bagger. First pitch misses in. There goes Stanley. Throw down. It's into center field, and he's going to hold up at second. Surprised he did hold up. He might have been able to take third as well, but with nobody out in the inning, stays conservative. Stanley with a stolen base. That's his 19th. Again, this team leads in stolen bases in the MAL. Stanley in the top 4 of base stealers. 1-0 pitch, chopped foul up the third base line.
That just goes to show how athletic this roster is. I mean, 19 stolen bases and you're only in the top 4 of the team.
Well, but the the caveat is that's top. Those guys all are league leaders. So
exactly.
Jay Kelly out of Arlington, Texas. That triple in the first was his 40th hit. Came into the game tonight second in the league in hits as he fouls this one off, and it's 1-2. Out of the stretch, Eric Glenwinkle. Long look in, finally gets a sign from Brinson that he likes. The 1-2 comes home. There goes Stanley, and this one's fouled back. So Joshua Stanley will retreat back to second. One-two, nobody out here in the top of the third, a 1-0 Nacogdoches lead. Joshua Stanley, the runner, out at second. Jay Kelly at the plate. A 1-2 home. That one's going to plunk Kelly in the front thigh. And he will meander his way down to first. Kelly reaches base for the second time tonight. So 2 men on, nobody out for Jake Gurrell. Sacrifice fly his first time up. Jake out of the College of Southern Nevada, hometown of Mesa, Arizona. First pitch as Gurrell shows bunt. It gets away from Brinson, and taking third is Joshua Stanley. So he's going to steal third base, his second stolen bag in this inning. Jay Kelly stays put at first. Wouldn't be surprised to see him moving at some point. Again, he is the league leader in stolen bases. See if Gurrell shows bunt again. No, they have Kelly picked off in between first and second. That might allow Stanley to come home. No, the Yard Dogs will change their focus onto Joshua Kelly in a rundown between first and third. They're going to apply the tag to Joshua Stanley. And on the back end of that, Jake Kelly advances all the way into third base. So there's out number one as Stanley is thrown out in between third and home. And that'll be the first out of the inning. It's a 1-0 count to Gurrell. Same position he found himself in back in the first. Here's the 1-0 offering. Pitch in there called strike one. Two hits in the series for Gurrell. 2 RBIs as well. 3 walks. 1-1. Pitch missed somewhere. And it's 2-1. Justice Brinson having a quick conversation with the home plate umpire, just feeling out the strike zone. Looked like a strike to me on the outer half, but not called. 2-1. Outside, 3 balls, 1 strike. Runner at third, 1 out, 3-1 pitch coming to Jake Gurrell from Eric Glenwinkle. He fouls it off. That'll run the count full.
All right, fans, y'all help me out. That's the First Financial Bank.
Long battle here between these two. Payoff pitch sent into center field, and Jake Gurrell will do his job again. Another sacrifice fly will bring in Jay Kelly easily to make it 2-0 here in the top of the third inning. So now Camden Knutson, switch hitting DH, will stroll into the batter's box. Nobody on, 2 out, and a 2-0 lead for his team. Knutson 0 for 1 tonight. He grounded out his first time up. Going to roll this one over to the first base side, but it will trickle foul.
Up to bat for Nacogdoches is their designated hitter, number 7, Camden Knutson.
Oh, 1. Pitch taken low. Takes the count to 1 ball, 1 strike. Shifted to pull against Knutson, who again swinging from the left side today. 1-1 pitch. That one's outside. 2-1. Glenwinkle at 48 pitches here in the top of the third inning, having to labor through a couple of tough at-bats here from the Niners. 2-1. Missed the zone, and it's 3-1.
Pull the trigger, let's go.
This one lifted into short left center field. Wiley and Riley converge, and it's Jake Wiley, the left fielder, making the call and the catch for out number 3, but not before the Niners pick up a hit. They bring home a run to extend their lead to 2-0, going to the bottom of the third. Come on back. This is Bryan Yard Dog Baseball. of the third, out of Travis Field, 2-0. Yard Dogs trailing the Nacogdoches Niners. It's 1-2-3 due up. Gavin Shaddix leading things off. The SFA Lumberjack, he takes ball one low from Gunn Beck for ball one. Nacogdoches replicating the formula in the third. In the first, it was a sacrifice fly from Jake Gorell that drove in Jay Kelly from third to make it 1-0. And in the top of the third inning, same exact deal. Jay Kelly running at third. A sacrifice fly from Jake Gorell makes it 2-0. Beck's 1-1 in there to Shaddix, called strike two. Gavin lined out to right field his first time up. Goes after the 1-2 upstairs, comes up empty. And he's out number one here in the bottom of the third inning.
Next up for the Yard Dogs, center fielder number 23, Tegan Riley.
That is Beck's first strikeout of the night, as Tegan Riley will settle in. He's 1 for 1 with a single.
Beck up to 41 pitches here.
Swinging and missing at the first pitch is Riley. It's 0-1.
30 of those being strikes now.
Both of these guys kind of working through some traffic, but Gunn Beck able to keep the Yard Dogs off the board. And that one misses outside. It's 1-1.
And for the most part, both of these pitchers have been able to work around some of the traffic, even though the Yard Dogs given up 2 runs so far.
Line right back up the middle, stabbed by Gorell on a hop over to first, and they will beat the speedy Tegan Riley for out number 2. That was a tough play for Jake Gorell there. Kind of softly hit liner.
Next up, from Grapevine, left fielder number 6,
But
Steve
Gorell
Wiley.
able to get it done. There's 2 down, nobody on for Jake Wiley in the bottom of the third. Two runs, 3 hits, no errors for Nacogdoches. No runs on 2 hits, no errors for Bryant. First pitch into Wiley is in there, called strike one. Jake was hit by a pitch his first time up. Goes after that sweeper, comes up empty, and it's quickly 0-2 here.
And like we said the other night, with the batter's box being in the shade, it's probably more of an advantage for the pitcher.
Definitely. Right now, this time of day, right around the time we usually would start our ball game at 7:05-ish. Advantage pitcher, because the ball starts in the sun and comes into the shade as a little quick pitch by Gunn Beck. Gets a swinging strikeout, his second of the inning and of the game. It's a 1-2-3 inning for Gunn Beck. We'll go to the fourth, 2-0 Nacogdoches over Bryan. This is Bryan Yard Dog Baseball. fourth as the Niners lead at 2-0 over your Bryan Yard Dogs. Eric Glenwinkle, righty on the mound, fires home the first pitch to Sheets, and he chops it foul up the first base line. Sheets 0 for 1 today. Grounded out to short his first time up, the big lefty. Rolls this one over to first base. Mishandled over at first by Reed. He'll have to flip to Glenwinkle, and they got him. Good job by Glenwinkle to get over there as quickly as he could. That one to Reed looked like he could have handled easily, just kind of hit off the heel of the glove.
All right, folks, this is our
So good job by the Yard Dog defense to rally there and get the leadoff man here in the top of the fourth inning. Adrian Sindo comes to the plate. He's 1 for 1 with a single and a stolen base.
Y'all can do better than that. Come on.
First pitch comes home, misses in for ball 1. No shift on the defense against Adrian here. 1-0 is a good slider that lands in the zone, called strike 1. Again, Glenwinkle with the command of the slider today, not so much the fastball. As I say that,
And then he
lands a
pumps
good
one in.
fastball in there for strike 2. Glenwinkle trying to pick up the K-Man strike out of the game and get some discounted beer for the home fans, but instead this one's popped into center field, and it falls in front of Tegan Riley. And Tegan fires that one to try to get Adrian Sindo on the back end of that play, but Sindo with a one-out single here.
Their catcher number 10, Fernando Perez Ortega.
So the Yard Dogs do get the first out of the inning, but right after it, Sindo reaches. Leadoff man reached for the Niners in the first, second, and third. Fernando Perez Ortega, the catcher, stands in now. He is 0 for 1 tonight with a strikeout. First pitch to him, slider breaks into the other batter's box for ball 1. Sindo getting his lead over at first base. About 3 steps. I'll pick over to him, and he's back in safely with the head first slide. Sindo with 12 stolen bases this year, so he can run, already with 1 tonight, so make it 13. Three stolen bags for the Niners overall in this ball game. 1-1 here to Fernando Perez Ortega. Just kidding. Oh, they got Sindo leading, and they picked him off over at first base. Believe the third pickoff we've seen from Yard Dogs pitchers in this series, and there's 2 down, nobody on for Nacogdoches, and a 1-1 count to Perez Ortega. Got to give Coach Morrison credit. He likes to be aggressive, but sometimes that comes to your detriment. 1-1 home. Slider just outside for ball 2.
It's definitely a good way to manufacture runs, but in close ball games, you have to wonder, was it the right call?
Yeah, I mean, you got the lead.
Yeah, right now.
Take advantage. 2-1, skied into center. Riley will give way to Daniel Williams, the right fielder, who will make the catch for out number 3 as Eric Glenwinkle faces the minimum in the 4th and will go to the bottom half of the 4th. Niners still ahead 2-0. This is Bryan Yard Dog Baseball. Come on back. fourth we go out at Travis Field. 2-0 our score. Nacogdoches trying to take the series with the win here tonight after they forced the rubber match. 5-2 win yesterday evening. Bryan took game one via the walk-off winner, 6-5 in the bottom of the ninth in front of a record crowd. So it's been a fun weekend between these two teams. Two of the hottest teams in the MAL as Aubrey Reed stands in and takes ball one from Gunn Beck.
Two of the hottest teams on one of the hottest days today.
Yeah, this weekend has definitely been one of the hotter weeks of the year in the Bryan College Station area. 1-0, excuse me, lands in the strike zone. It's 1-1. Reed grounded into a 4-6-5 double play. A little unconventional last time up, but that ended the inning in the first. He's going to chop this one to the left side of the infield. Sindo charges, and Sindo has played a great shortstop tonight. Gets out number one over at first. And now Hunter Barrow spats with nobody on, one out.
Next up, third baseman number 3, Hunter Barrow.
Lefty-righty matchup. Barros awaiting the first pitch. Here it comes. Breaking ball in there called strike one. That pitch has been automatic for Gunn Beck tonight. Gunn has an interesting delivery, right? He's one of those guys that doesn't have a consistent delivery. He'll change up the tempo. We saw him quick pitch earlier to Jake Wiley to get him swinging. So you'll see him play with that just a little bit. Sounded like a broken bat as the grounder to third, and Galvez makes the throw across the diamond in time to retire Barros for out number 2.
Now, how much do you think that delivery will mess with the hitters?
Well, already got Jake Wiley, so it can quite a bit.
Yeah.
Justice Brinson will dig in. He's 0 for 1 tonight, grounded out to short his last time up. 2 outs, nobody on in the bottom of the 4th inning out at Travis Field. Appreciate y'all following along on the Bryan YouTube channel and all weekend long. Good audiences. Sure, lots of you folks watching from Nacogdoches, so we appreciate it. It's a 1-0 here to Justice Brinson. Gunn Beck winds and deals. Bounces in there. They're going to appeal down to first. This time the home plate umpire grants it to him, and it's 2-0. Don't think that one was particularly close, but maybe trying to warm him up for
just in
a
case.
more important one later. One run home for Nacogdoches in the first, another one in the third. They've done so on 4 hits. Bryan, no runs on 2 hits. It's a 3-0 count here to Brinson. Here's a 3-0 to Brinson. Auto take in there, called strike one. Three ones line into right center field for a base hit. Good piece of hitting by Justice Brinson. He's a 2-out base runner for the Yard Dogs here in the bottom of the 4th inning. Now Tanner Pachort, 1 for 1 with the single.
Up next for the Yard Dogs from Aurora, Colorado, shortstop number 9, Tanner Pachort.
It'll be a lefty-righty matchup as Gunn Beck will go out of the stretch. The lefty from Orange Coast College. Second start of the year. Numbers were impressive coming into this one. That's why he gets the nod from Nacogdoches Morrison. He starts off Pechoric with a fastball low. One oh's chopped to the left side of the infield. Galvez sliding stop. He'll go to second and get Brinson the lead runner. Really impressive defensive inning from Nacogdoches. They'll strand a runner, will the Yard Dogs, and we go to the fifth. It's 2-0 Nacogdoches. This is Bryan Yard Dog Baseball. Savage and Will Fain with you here inside the Travis Field press box. It's Oscar Galvez, Devin Duque, Joshua Stanley, 7-8-9 due up for Nacogdoches. Eric Glenwinkle begins his fifth inning of work with a foul ball. Oscar Galvez lined out to second his first time up. Long pause in between pitches. Glenwinkle finally comes together. The 0-1's a slider on the outer half called strike two. Yard Dogs
has that good location on the slider.
Yeah, that's been his best pitch tonight by far. Yard Dogs are 14-6 this season here at Travis Field. 0-2 slider taken low, no chase from Galvez. Nacogdoches on the road, 13-8. Both of these teams are 7-3 in their last 10 games. One-two on the way here. Oscar Galvez put in play back up the middle. Going to be a tough play for Pechoric. Down to a sliding stop throw. Is there in time.
Man.
Oscar Galvez out on the stellar Tanner Pechoric play right up the middle. There's one down here in the top of the fifth.
Next up for the Niners, left fielder number 1, Devin Duque.
Devin Duque, the left fielder, in now. He's 0 for 1 tonight, struck out twice. First pitch to him. This is outside for ball one. 1-0 check swing, appeal down to first, and Duque goes around for strike one. Yard Dogs statistically better than Nacogdoches defensively. That's the one phase of the game that they rank higher than, a higher fielding percentage. Actually, Nacogdoches, pardon me, has the higher fielding percentage, but less errors, and the Yard Dogs have turned more double plays. 47 errors for Nacogdoches, 44 for Bryan this year. It's a 3-1 count here to Devin Duque. 947 fielding percentage for Bryan is fourth in the league. They're right behind Nacogdoches with a 953 clip. (3-1) in there, called strike two at the knees. Duque thought he had ball four. Now a payoff pitch coming from Glenwinkle. Grounded to Pachorek at short. This one more routine for him. He's able to make the play over to first. 2 down, nobody on in the top of the fifth for Joshua Stanley.
Pachorek so far having a pretty busy inning.
Yeah, 2 straight ground outs. He's had to make 3 different plays tonight. Joshua Stanley, the 9-hole hitter for Nacogdoches. 1 for 1 with 2 stolen bases. Was picked off trying to come home. First pitch to him misses way outside for ball 1. 71 pitches for Eric Glenwinkle. Some light tossing going on in the Yard Dog pen, and it's with a football, not a baseball. (1-0) check swing, grounded right back to Glenwinkle. On a few hops, he'll underhand flip over at first to retire Joshua Stanley, and that's the first 1-2-3 inning for Eric Glenwinkle tonight. We're halfway home out of Travis Field on a Sunday night. 2-0 Nacogdoches. This is Bryan at Yard Dog Baseball. Daniel Williams will lead off. Bottom of the 5th inning out at Travis Field. It's 2-0 Nacogdoches over Bryan. Williams walked his first time up. Gunbeck still at the on the mound, and he delivers the first pitch of the inning. It misses for ball 1. Beck a little slower on this delivery. He loops in a curveball that misses. 2 balls, no strikes. To the Yard Dogs right fielder. Left side of the infield shifted to pull against the righty at Williams. That one misses way inside, and it's a 3-ball, no strike count to the Yard Dogs 8-hole hitter. Change up on the outer half called strike 1. 3-1 count. Pitch on the way to Daniel Williams. He swings and misses at that breaking ball, and now the count is run full.
Up to 65 pitches so far.
So a little bit more efficient than Glenn Winkle so far. Deep outings for both of the Nacogdoches starters so far in this series, and wow, Daniel Williams gets rung up on a pitch on the inner half. Looked like a ball from up here. Home fans didn't like it, but there's one down for the Niners. Third strikeout of the night for Gunbeck. And Aiden Quintilla, the 9-hole hitter for Bryan, stands in now. He's 0 for 1 with a ground out to third. First pitch, swung on and missed for strike 1. Now we're at the time of the day where the ball is released in the sun, travels most of the way in the shade, and when it gets to the plate, back into the sun. So again, through the middle part of this game, it's advantage pitchers. 0-1, there's a fastball with a little run to it, misses out, evens the count, 1 ball, 1 strike. Breaking ball misses out, 2 balls, 1 strike now to Quintilla. Again, has pitched more than he's hit for the Yard Dogs so far this summer. He's a newcomer to the team. Two 1. Grounded to the left side. It's Sindo, the shortstop, on a few hops. Over to first to retire Aiden Quintilla for out number 2. Back to the top of the order, Gavin Shaddix, DH for the Yard Dogs. He's 0 for 2 tonight. Gavin last night, 2 RBI double in the third. That was alone scoring for the Yard Dogs. And Gavin scored the winning run on Friday night. Lefty-righty matchup. First pitch is a breaking ball that lands in there called strike 1. Shaddix out of Stephen F. Austin didn't see any action this year for the Lumberjacks. Oh, 1's a fastball in the dirt. Evens the count, 1 ball, 1 strike. Two outs and nobody on for the Yard Dogs here in the bottom of the 5th. We're halfway through tonight's ball game. Beck messing with the timing a little bit. Fires home the 1-1, and it's a tough play for Sindo at short. He'll have to throw on the run, and it is true over to first. So another 1-2-3 inning for Gunbeck, his 2nd of the night. We go to the 6th, still 2-0 with Nacogdoches in front. This is Bryan Yard Dog Baseball. Top of the 6th inning, and it's the top of the order for Nacogdoches. Jake Kelly, Jake Gorell, and Camden Knudsen. 1, 2, 3 due up. Still facing Eric Glenwinkle, who lands a strike into Jake Kelly to start him off. The center fielder tonight is 1 for 1 with a triple in the first, hit by pitch in the third. He scored 2 runs, both runs that the Niners have scored tonight. Pick your category. Jake Kelly is probably in contention for the league lead in the statistic. It's a 1-2 count to him now. 351 average coming into this game, a home run and 26 RBIs, 36 runs scored and 30 stolen bases. 1-2, chop foul at the plate. He's first in the league in games played, second in plate appearances, second in at-bats, first in runs scored, and he's only added to that total tonight. Second in hits, and he added to the total once again. Second in doubles, tied first in for home runs. First in RBIs, second in total bases. 1-2's chop foul up the third baseline.
That's another First Financial Bank. Foul ball, gentlemen, good job.
Glenwinkle, a long look in here. Jake Kelly leading off the top of the 6th, the 1-2. Chopped foul once again.
You definitely saw his athleticism today as, you know, scoring on a sac fly, pop out to second base. And then once we thought he was picked off and ended up getting to third while they threw out the runner from third to home.
There's a reason you put some of your best athletes at the leadoff spot, as he will go down swinging here. Big strikeout for Glenwinkle. That's his third of the night, and there's one down here in the top of the 6th. Jake Gorell now to the plate.
Next up, second baseman number 4.
2 sacrifice flies, 2 RBIs. Pitcher up and throwing now for the Yard Dogs, left-hander.
About to be his 80th pitch of the night.
First pitch swinging and fouled off, out of play.
That's another First
Niners
Financial Bank.
failed to collect a hit for the first time in the 5th. Oh, 1 sharply hit foul, and it's 0-2. Oh, 2 on the way here. Breaking ball low. Gorell now with a 1-2 count here. With 1 out. Nobody on, top of the 6th out at Travis Field. Rubber match between the Niners and the Yard Dogs. One, 2. Poke to the right side. It's Quintella, the second baseman, who will flip over to first in time to retire Gorell for out number 2. 4-3 put out in the scorebook. Now Camden Knudsen, the DH.
Next up for Nacogdoches, number 7, Camden Knudsen.
Switch hitter, swinging from the left side against the righty Glenwinkle. Knudsen tonight, 0 for 2, a ground out and a fly out. First pitch to him. Fastball at the knees, called strike 1. Knudsen out of Ottawa University of Arizona, teammates with Devin Duque. Calls Tulsa, Oklahoma home. One of the few switch hitters we've seen in the MAL this summer. Came into his 32nd game here tonight, batting .328 with a home run and 18 RBIs. He's got a 1-2 count now as Glenwinkle finds the outside corner. He's ahead, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Knutson first in total bases in the league. He's got 58. One, two. This is inside. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Tied for first with his teammate Kelly in hits in the league with 40 now. 2-2. Rolled over to the right side. Quintilla ranging towards second base. Throws on the run, and it's in time to retire Knutson. A 1-2-3 inning for Eric Glenwinkle. Still 2-0 going to the bottom of the 6th out at Travis Field. Come on back. This is Bryan Yard Dog Baseball. Bottom of the 6th at Travis Field. Keegan Riley will lead things off against Gunn Beck. Another inning of work for Beck, the lefty, who has been stellar up to this point. First pitch bounces in there, gets away from the catcher, and wears the home plate umpire. So we'll take a second here as he'll shake it out. And it'll be a 1-0 count to Teagan Riley, who's 1 for 2 today with a single. This longest home stretch of the season continues on Tuesday night. Everyone gets a night off tomorrow, then we're back to it on Tuesday. As Fort Scott comes back, they opened this homestand, and it was a sweep for the Yard Dogs. Followed up that sweep with a sweep of the Oil Barons. Rode a 7-game winning streak into last night. Nacogdoches spoiled it. Now the rubber match here in the homestand continuing on Tuesday. So BryanYardDogs.com for your tickets. The 1-1 comes home here to Teagan Riley. Pitch misses, and it's 2-1. Fort Scott, depending on what happens tonight for them, might come in here riding a 13-game losing streak. They've lost 12 in a row and kind of have been in free fall. 3-1, chopped back up the middle. It's going to be Perez Ortega, the catcher, fielding and throwing to get Tegan Riley for out number 1. So heck of a play from the Nacogdoches backstop there. Jake Wiley, the left fielder, will hit now. Lone left-handed bat for Coach Byington tonight. Big John Byington over in the first base coach's box. Jason Cadell, the pitching coach, standing over in the third base coach's box for the Yard Dogs. Wiley shows bunt, pulls it back, and it's a ball. Wiley tonight 0 for 1, hit by pitch in the first, struck out in the third. 2-0 now as that breaking ball misses low. 80 pitches now for Gunn Beck. '81st pitch is another ball, and it's a 3-0 count here to Jake Wiley. Brios on the outside corner, called strike 1. Wiley fouls it off. And so the count will be run full. That pitch in on the hands of Jake, and almost kind of a defensive maneuver. Gets his hands and the bat up and unfortunately fouls it off. I guess fortunately, you don't want it to hit him, but now you got a full count on what could have been ball 4.
Defensive check swing almost.
Yeah. So Jake Wiley will climb back in with the full count. 1 out here in the bottom of the 6th. Nobody on for the Yard Dogs. They trail 2-0 to Nacogdoches. Breaking ball misses way upstairs. Ball 4. 1 out base runner. As Wiley jogs down. And Aubrey Reed will dig in. He's 0 for 2 tonight. Reed has 6 extra base hits. That leads the team. And a meeting on the mound between the infield here for Nacogdoches. Perez Ortega, the catcher, doing most of the talking, and also in on it is Adrian Sindo, the shortstop. And now Aubrey Reed will dig into the box. Looking to break through. Yard Dogs' last hit came in the 4th, so not too long ago, but they've only mustered 3 tonight. First pitch swinging, elevated fastball, he comes up empty. In this series, really not a lot of hits for Bryan. 4 hits on Friday, 4 yesterday. They have 3 tonight. This one shot foul. It's quickly 0-2. Only scored 8 runs, or they've scored 8 runs, I should say, on those 11 hits. Slow at math.
Hey, that's why we're up
I'm
here.
only an Aggie, right? The 0-2 misses low. So if we see the Yard Dogs maybe string a few hits together like they did against Beaumont, now don't expect the run outputs we're getting against them, but maybe have a 3-run inning here or there. And this feels like a different series, but Nacogdoches pitching very well. Expected it, right? They got the best pitching staff. But I will say Bryan has kind of matched them step for step. Just a few swings here or there that have gone Nacogdoches' way. They've been able to string hits together more consistently, I guess. 2-2, line down the left field line, but foul.
They were able to yesterday string some of those hits after those walks to score that 3 runs there in the, was it the 7th or the 8th inning?
They scored 2 runs in the 4th, 2 runs in the 5th, and tacked on an extra one in the 8th, yeah. Another 2-2 coming to Aubrey Reed. He chops it back up the middle, could be 2. No, Sindo will have to charge and just flips to second for 1 out of the glove. Pretty play by Sindo. Maybe one he should have charged, but either way, they get an out.
Probably was a little difficult there with the sun in his eyes.
Yeah. So Fielder's choice puts Aubrey Reed over at first. There's 2 down for Hunter Barros.
Number 3, Hunter Barros.
Barros tonight 0 for 2. Third time facing Gunn Beck, and we'll take ball 1 upstairs. Right-hander up and throwing in the Nacogdoches pen. That's number 2, Aiden Martinez. And again, someone throwing for the Yard Dogs as well, but he's facing us. Can't really see the number. It's a left-hander, though. Here's the 1-0. Breaking ball lands in there, called at strike 1. Long pause for Beck in between pitches. The 1-1 comes home. That one misses up and in. 2 balls and 1 strike now. Two-1 lifted into left field. Duque coming in. He'll make the catch to end the inning. Yard Dogs get a runner over at first. Can't do anything with them. And they have been held scoreless tonight through 6. Going to the 7th. 2-0 Nacogdoches. This is Bryan Yard Dog Baseball. first appearance on the pitcher's mound for the Yard Dogs. Past 2 nights, he has been in the field. He'll face Brandon Sheets, the lefty. First things first. First pitch misses inside for ball 1. Higginbotham takes over for Eric Glenwinkle, who goes 6 innings, 4 hits. He allows 2 runs, no walks, 3 strikeouts, and unfortunately on the hook for the loss after that good start. Hasn't gotten any offensive help just yet. Higginbotham behind here, 2-0. This one off the end of the bat to the left side of the infield. Barros, the third baseman, throws, and it's low. Reed can't dig it out. And the leadoff man is on. Brandon Sheets. We'll see if they score that a hit or an error. It was a close play either way.
Fans, this is
So
Arcade
leadoff man is on for the Niners. Nobody out.
Here. That's $2 beers in the next half inning.
And they'll score that a hit. Save the Yard Dogs an error. Sheets, first base knock of the ball game. Here's Adrian Sindo. 2 for 2 tonight.
Adrian Sindo.
Got 2 singles and a stolen base. He was picked off the last time he reached first, and now will show bunt. Pokes it foul up the first base line. Higginbotham comes set at the belt. Big deep breath, the 1-1 home. This is way outside, ball 2. Two-one lined into right field for a base hit. Going to be extras. Sindo rounds first. It will send Sheets. Here's the throw in, and it will be an RBI triple for Adrian Sindo. The second triple of the night for Nacogdoches. And it is 3-0 here in the top of the 7th. Good piece of hitting from Sindo. He's 3 for 3 tonight. Now Fernando Perez Ortega, the catcher, will come stride into the box. He's 0 for 2 tonight. First pitch swinging, grounded fair ball, backhanded by Barros. Long throw is in time to get Perez Ortega for out number 1. Almost tagged out Sindo as that one was chopped over to third, but he's able to get back in time.
Would have been a fancy double play there.
Yeah.
Number 11, Oscar Galvez.
So now here's Oscar Galvez, who's 0 for 2. Line out to second in the second inning, grounded out to shortstop in the 5th. First pitch misses down low for ball 1. 3 runs on 6 hits, no errors from the Yard Dogs. This one fouled into the mitt of Brinson. It's 1-0. No runs on 3 hits, no errors defensively from Nacogdoches. 1-1 misses low, and Galvez is ahead here. 2 balls, 1 strike. Infield comes in. Pechoric and Quintilla almost on the infield grass. 2-1s on the outer half, called strike 2. Two-two. Just misses inside. Counts run full. Higginbotham out of the windup with the runner over at third base. He works from the third base side of the rubber. The southpaw deals the payoff pitch, and it's chopped. Fair ball. Barros over to first to get Oscar Galvez for out number 2. No advance from Adrian Sindo. Back-to-back plays for Hunter Barros at the hot corner.
Next up, left fielder number 1, Devin Duque.
Now Devin Duque, 0 for 2 tonight, will step in. 3-0 our score, 2 outs in the top of the 7th. Runner still over at third. Lefty-righty matchup. First pitch comes home and misses down low for ball 1. Higginbotham quickly with the next pitch. That one nicks the outside corner. 1 ball, 1 strike. One gets a big swing and a miss. Now Higginbotham a pitch away from just the 1 run allowed. Runner still over at third. One, 2 in there, called. Strike 3 at the knees. Good pitch from Ty Higginbotham. He'll strand the runner at third, but Adrian Sindo, an RBI triple to extend the Niners' lead to 3-0 as we go to the bottom of the 7th. Stretch time here at Travis Field. This is Bryan Yard Dogs baseball. Runs on 6 hits, no errors for Nacogdoches, no runs, 3 hits, no errors for Bryan as they trail here. 7th stretch. Justice Brinson will dig in, still facing Gunn Beck out for another inning of work. Trying to go 7 strong for his Niners. Loops in a first pitch breaking ball that gets fouled off for strike 1. Brinson tonight 1 for 2. Singled in the 4th.
Foul ball.
Beck's next offering on the way. That one on the outside corner, called strike 2. Brinson the catcher. So not much arguing on that pitch. You gotta treat that relationship with the home plate umpire a little tenderly when you're at the plate as a catcher. Wants that pitch called a strike for his pitchers. Beck bounces the breaking ball in the dirt about 58 feet. So it's a ball. It's 1-2 now to Brinson. One, 2. Shot back up the middle and stabbed by Beck on a hop. And they'll go to first to get Brinson for out number 1. Heck of a play there by Gunn Beck. 1 down in the bottom of the 7th. Tanner Pachort, shortstop for the Yard Dogs. He's 1 for 2 tonight. Singled back in the 2nd, hit into a fielder's choice in the 4th. That's with 1 out, nobody on for the Yard Dogs in the bottom of the 7th, trying to match the runs scored in the top half of this frame by Nacogdoches and maybe get a little more. Offense has been held at bay by Gunn Beck tonight. Maybe held at gunpoint, if you will.
That's a good one.
1-0. This one lined back up the middle, a base hit. Tanner Pachoric, 2 for 3 tonight.
That was the 100th pitch for Beck as well.
So we'll see what kind of leash he gets from Nacogdoches Morrison.
Coming at the plate for your Bryan Yard Dogs, right fielder number 16.
As Daniel Williams will come to the plate. He's 0 for 1 tonight with a walk and a strikeout.
At the moment with a 3-run lead, I feel like he's still got a pretty good leash.
Yeah, the way he's been going, I would keep him in there as well. Now another man reaches. That's when you maybe think about it. First pitch to Williams is in there, called strike 1. Pachoric with the lead over at first. This one's fouled back, and it's quickly 0-2 on Daniel Williams.
That's another first.
Be interesting to see if Coach Byington wants to get aggressive on the bases, maybe start to force some mistakes at the hands of the Niners defense. They've been solid all night long, really all series long.
Yeah.
Yard Dogs took advantage of Beaumont in all 3 games. There goes Pachoric, and they got him picked off. Throw down to second, skips in there. Tag not applied by Sindo, and he cannot believe it. Ooh, and he might be cramping up out there, as he's favoring that left hamstring. But they had Pachoric picked off. He's able to swipe second anyway. And coming over to check on him is Jake Gorell, Tanner Pachoric, and Brandon Sheets. Yeah, that just has all the makings of a cramp as he is stretching out that left hamstring. Run some Gatorade out to him. It's a 3-0 ball game here in the bottom of the 7th inning. Runner out at second and an 0-2 count to Daniel Williams with 1 down. Nacogdoches scoring runs in the 1st, the 3rd, and the 7th. Yard Dogs have stranded men on base in the 1st, the 2nd, and the 6th. Only 4 runners left on base so far for Bryan. Gorell will stay in the game. He stretches out that hamstring. He feels good to go. Got a little electrolytes in him.
Just a little pick-me-up real fast.
Daniel Williams will stroll back to the box with an 0-2 count here.
Maybe had some of Michael Jordan's special stuff.
Umpires trying to keep the same page. Actually, they're going to let Gunn Beck toss a warm-up pitch home. He's good to go. So now we're ready for the 0-2 here to Daniel Williams. Pachoric out at second. Back out of the stretch now from the first base side of the rubber. He's set. The 0-2. Check swing. He doesn't go around, and the pitch is in the dirt. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Beck laboring through this final inning, trying to give Coach Morrison 7 strong. 1-2. Bounced in there, another good block from Perez Ortega. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Daniel Williams.
Haven't seen too many wild pitches or pass balls while runners have been on base tonight.
Really not at all in this series. Been a well-defended game like we've mentioned a few times. Nacogdoches, the best team in the league. Bryan streaking at the right time, getting hot as the season winds down. 2-2. In there, called strike 3, and Daniel Williams knew it. There's 2 down as Gunn Beck picks up his third strikeout. Actually, his 4th strikeout of the game.
Second baseman number 8, Aiden Quintella.
Now Aiden Quintella, the 9-hole hitter. Second baseman for Bryan, bats now with the runner out at second, 2 outs. Lefty-righty matchup. Gunn Beck trying to finish the inning. First pitch, Quintella takes, it's in there, called strike 1. Aiden 0 for 2 tonight, couple ground outs. Gunn Beck peers in, finally nods as Perez Ortega flashes the signs. The 0-1. Cut on and missed. Quintella comes up empty, and Gunn Beck a pitch away from going 7 shutout. Beck's 0-2 to Quintella. Swung on and missed. And a fist pump from Gunn Beck. What an outing from the left-hander out of Seoul, South Korea. He goes 7 shutout innings. And Nacogdoches still leads 3-0 as we go to the 8th. This is Bryan Yard Dog Baseball. Stanley stands in and takes strike 1 from Ty Higginbotham, who's out for his 2nd inning of work. Next pitch missed downstairs. It's 1-1. Stanley now ahead, 2 balls, 1 strike. Gunbeck for the Niners. 7 innings, he allows 4 hits, no runs. Only walked 1, struck out 5. Heck of a start for the lefty.
You think we'll see him come back out in the bottom of the 8th?
I don't think so. He was over 100 pitches, so they had a right-hander up and moving for quite some time, so I would imagine we'd see him from the Niners next inning, but you never know. 3-2 comes home, popped foul. Reed gives it a look, but it's going to go out of play.
Really, all series long, we've seen some good starts from both pitchers.
Dene for the Yard Dogs went 6 innings last night. Fospinner as well for the Niners. Another 3-2 fought off by Stanley. The shortest start of this series was on Friday for the Niners. Clay Kennedy went 3 innings, gave up 4 runs in a game that Bryan ended up walking off. 3-2 is outside for ball 4, so a leadoff walk for Joshua Stanley. Now Jake Kelly. 1 for 2 tonight.
At bat number 8,
Triple in the first, hit by pitch in the third, strikeout in the 6th. One of the best hitters in the league. Digs in. First pitch, he bunts it up the first baseline. Reed will field, flip to Higginbotham, and he's out. Almost beating that out is Jake Kelly. It was really close. He even dove for first base. But Jake Kelly, a little frustrated with himself. He thought he beat it, but he's out number 1. Sack bunt, though, in the scorebook as Joshua Stanley moves up to second base. Jake Gurrell, 0 for 1 tonight. 2 sac flies, 2 RBIs. First pitch lifted into right field. Williams, no problem, puts it away. Tagging is Stanley from second. Throw into third, not in time. So Gurrell flies out to right field. That allows Stanley to move up to second base, or to third base, pardon me. And there's 2 down. Runner at third in the top of the 8th for Camden Knutson.
Next up, the designated hitter, number 7, Camden.
Knutson 0 for 3 tonight.
Well, this is also kind of how we've seen them manufacture runs between the sack bunt and then a
Productive outs, right?
Productive
Keeping
outs.
the guys moving forward on the bases. First pitch, inside, ball 1. Mentioned earlier, Bryan will welcome in Fort Scott for a 3-game set starting Tuesday through Thursday. That'll conclude their 12-game homestand. And for the Niners, they will travel back home to Nacogdoches and face Piney Woods for a 3-game set. Then over the weekend, Fort Scott. We'll head from here to Nacogdoches. So a 6-game homestand coming up for the Niners. It's a 1-2 count now to Camden Knutson. Higginbotham finding the zone. Ty peers in over the glove. Knutson back into the box. The 1-2 on the way. Broken bat sawed off to the left side of the infield. Barros has to hurry. Throw pulls off Reed. And that will allow the run to come in to score, to make it 4-0 Niners here in the top of the 8th inning. And that is the 7th hit of the ball game for Nacogdoches. Knutson gets a single and an RBI.
At bat number 14, James Vanderpool.
Pinch hitter as James Vanderpool digs in. DH'd last night. Check swing puts it in play to second. Cantilla will flip to second to get the lead runner, and that will end the inning, but not before Camden Knutson drives in Joshua Stanley to make it 4-0. We go to the bottom of the 8th. This is Bryan Yard Dog Baseball. Come on back.
Baseball trivia.
He's 0-1, 3.95 ERA, 13 and 2/3 innings pitched, 1.17 WHIP, 13 Ks, and he's got a save. Most likely being asked to get the final 6 outs of this one as well. He'd pick up save number 2 on the year. He'll be going through the top of the order here in the 8th. Gavin Shaddix, Tegan Riley, Jake Wiley. As Shaddix is 0 for 3 tonight. First pitch in there called strike 1. Aiden last pitched on July 2nd, as this one's fisted into left field. Coming on is Duque, and he gets there in time for out number 1. Now Tegan Riley, 1 for 3 tonight.
Your center fielder, number 23, Tegan Riley.
Tegan singled in the first, grounded out in the 3rd and 6th. The righty Martinez works from the first base side of the rubber, comes set with the glove at his letters. Delivers home at strike 1 on the inner half. Some more action in the Yard Dog pen. Higginbotham might be done with his outing after going 2 innings. This one chopped foul up the third base line. Pitching coach Jason Caudell makes the play in the third base coach's box. Riley behind 0-2. Four runs, 7 hits, no errors for Nacogdoches. No runs on 4 hits, no errors for your Yard Dogs. The 0-2 in the dirt, taken by Riley. Niners have only stranded 3 men on base tonight. Bryan, 5.
Yeah, just wasn't able to get the one hit to score some of those people.
1-2, put in play to the right side. It's Gurrell, the second baseman, on a few hops. In time to get Riley at first, and there's 2 down, nobody on for Jake Wiley. Jake, 0 for 1 tonight, was hit by a pitch in the first, struck out in the third, walked in the sixth. It'll be a righty-lefty matchup here. Martinez wants a new baseball, so he will get one from the home plate umpire. Aiden is out of Dallas College, Cedar Valley, hometown of Dallas, Texas. 5'10", 150-pound right-hander. Set and ready for the first pitch to Jake Wiley. Slider that runs out for ball 1. Here comes. Fouled off the mask of Perez Ortega. So he'll have a chance to collect himself. Home plate umpire and Martinez give him a second. Now we're ready for play. Back into the crouch goes Fernando Perez Ortega. A 1-1 count with 2 outs, no one on in the bottom of the 8th inning. This one fouled off, and now Aiden Martinez a pitch away from working a 1-2-3 inning. Cedar Valley Suns. This is the mascot there at Dallas College. I like to try to guess all of the
with the mascots,
is. Yeah, because they get pretty creative when it gets to junior college and Division II and everything like that. 1-2 sent foul down the left field line.
My favorite is in the college football game where you can have the mascots play against each other.
Oh, the video, you're talking about the video game. Mascot, what's it called? Mascot mashup or something like that. Need to bring that to MLB The Show. There's no college baseball game, but
not yet.
Not yet, at least. Yeah, you never know. 1-2 here to Jake Wiley. Here comes. Swung on and missed. 1-2-3 inning for Aiden Martinez. Yard Dogs down to their final 3 outs as we'll go to the 9th. Nacogdoches leading 4-0. This is Bryan Yard Dog Baseball. off. Goes 2 innings, allows 3 hits, 2 runs, 1 walk, 1 strikeout. Borges will face Adrian Sindo, Fernando Perez Ortega, Oscar Galvez, middle of the order, due up. As the righty Borges winds and deals, slider in there, called strike 1. To Sindo, who's 3 for 3 today. A triple, 2 singles, and an RBI. Burgess works quickly, and he's behind, or he evens the count, 1 ball, 1 strike. Borges, 6'2", 200-pound right-hander out of Southeast Community College. This one's grounded over to first, foul ball.
Borges even got the win on Friday night.
Yeah, he pitched earlier in this series. 2 1/3 innings in relief, 2 hits, a run, no strikeouts, no walks, 2 strikeouts for him. The 1-2. Breaking ball popped on the left side of the infield. Pachorik, no problem for him. Puts it away for out number 1. Now Fernando Perez Ortega, the catcher, stands in. He's 0 for 3 tonight. Borges already charged up and ready to go on the mound. He's a two-way player. Plays the field and pitches. But more outings on the mound than anything. And you can see why when he throws. Fastball in the 90s. Good sweeper. Out of the right hand. It's an 0-1 count here to Perez Ortega. Quickly 0-2 as that sweeper gets a swing and a miss.
Does not take a lot of time in between pitches.
Burgess winds and deals the 0-2. Swung on and fouled away. Or nothing in the top of the 9th. 1 out for the Niners. Yard Dogs down to their final 3 outs. It'll take a second walk-off win to win this series. Oh, 2. Fastball up and in, taken by Perez Ortega, and he has a 1 ball, 2 strike count. One, 2, good sweeper, gets a swing and a miss. Perez Ortega retired for out number 2. First strikeout for Borges. And now to the plate comes Oscar Galvez. 0 for 3 tonight.
Next up, the third baseman, number 11, Oscar Galvez.
Borges ready on the rubber already. As soon as Galvez is set, that pitch comes home. First pitch is low for ball 1. Slider in there, called strike 1. Borges goes through the front door. Isaac's 1-1 bounces in the dirt. All the way to the backstop. It's 2 balls, 1 strike here. Two-one offering. Pop sky high on the infield. Who wants it? Cantillo, the second baseman, calls everyone off and gloves it for out number 3. A 1-2-3 inning for Borges. As we go to the bottom of the 9th, Bryan looking for their second walk-off win in this series, and it will be the middle of the order. Aubrey Reed, Hunter Barros, Justin Brinson due up. Come on back. This is Bryan Yard Dog Baseball. ninth. They trail by 4 as the Niners still have Aiden Martinez on the mound to close this one out, trying to get the series win. It'll be Aubrey Reed, Hunter Barros, Justice Brinson, 4, 5, 6 for the Yard Dogs. Aubrey tonight 0 for 3. Yard Dogs held off the scoreboard to this point. Well-pitched ball game from Gunn Beck, and now Aiden Martinez in the first pitch is sent into center field for a base hit. Aubrey Reed wastes no time, and runner is on for Bryan. Now Hunter Barros 0 for 3 as well. Third baseman for the Yard Dogs.
Definitely a good way to start off the inning.
Third baseman number 3, Hunter Barrow.
That's what happened last night. Daniel Williams led off the inning with a single as the Yard Dogs needed a rally but just couldn't quite get it done. Needed only 3 to tie last night. They need 4 tonight as it's an 0-1 count. Hunter Barros fouls off the first pitch. Martinez out of the stretch, always. Aubrey Reed gets his lead at first. He's not going anywhere. Don't want to run into any outs when you're trying to get base runners. And the 0-1's fouled off. So Hunter Barros with an 0-2 count here. Martinez worked a quick bottom of the 8th, faced the minimum, and picked up his first strikeout. Aubrey Reed grants him with a leadoff single here as the 0-2 comes home. That's a fastball up. Swung on and missed. Second strikeout for Aiden Martinez, and there's one down here in the bottom of the 9th inning.
After that from Kansas Wesleyan University Architect.
Now Justice Brinson.
Number 19, Justice Brinson.
1 for 3 tonight. That single came back in the 4th inning against Gunn Beck. Facing Aiden Martinez for the first time. Righty-righty matchup here. First pitch comes home. Taken for ball 1. Back pick over at Aubrey Reed, and he's in without a slide. One-0. Swung on and missed. Good breaking ball there from Martinez. One here in the bottom of the 9th on the way. That one misses outside. 2 balls, 1 strike. Nacogdoches scoring 1 in the first via a Jake Gorell sacrifice fly that drove in Jay Kelly. They used that exact same combination in the top of the 3rd to make it 2-0. And tacking on insurance in the 7th and 8th to make it 4-0. It's a 3-1 count here to Justice Brinson. Three-one on the way. Taken high, ball 4. So another base runner for the Yard Dogs. The tying run stands on deck.
You just got to keep getting on base.
We're going to have a pinch runner here, I believe, for Brinson.
Looks like number 1, Rylan Sawyers.
As Sawyers will come in to run once again. I believe we've seen him in almost every game this series, every game this homestand, I should say, or this week, come
close,
in to
yeah.
run. He got his start back on Friday, or Thursday, pardon me. But comes in to run at first for Justice Brinson. Now here's Tanner Pachorek. 2 for 3 today. Long look in. First pitch lifted into left field. Duque comes in, makes a catch for out number 2. So the Yard Dogs down to their final out in the bottom of the 9th, still trailing 4-0. We'll have 2 men on for Daniel Williams.
Up to the plate, number 16, Daniel Williams.
Williams tonight, 0 for 2, 2 strikeouts and a walk. The righty, Aiden Martinez, peers in, trying to shut this one down. First pitch. In there, called strike 1. One pitch gets away from Perez Ortega, and that will allow Aubrey Reed to move into third. Sawyer's a pinch runner into second. Again, those runs don't matter. Tying run stands on deck for Bryan. Bryan in danger of losing 2 straight since the middle of June. They dropped 2 in a row to Meridian. 1-1, scalded foul, and Yard Dogs down to their final strike. Aiden Martinez looking in. Perez Ortega flashing the signs. Daniel Williams ready to go. The 1-2. Just misses in. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Daniel Williams trying to get on base and bring the tying run to the plate, or come through with a base hit and chip into this lead. Bryan down to their final strike and final out, the 2-2. Fouled away up the first base line.
With Sawyer's speed, single probably scores 2 here.
Yeah. So the lead could be cut in half with a well-placed base hit. Aiden Martinez climbs onto the rubber. Williams steps into the box. 2-ball, 2-strike count with 2 outs in the bottom of the 9th. Here's the pitch. Down low, counts run full. Pressure keeps building on Nacogdoches to try to close this one out. Again, don't want to bring the tying run to the plate. Payoff pitch to Daniel Williams. Fouled back, we'll do it all again. Eighth pitch of the AB about to be delivered as Daniel Williams and Aiden Martinez battle on whether this game keeps going or it ends. Three-two. Lifted foul, right side. Sheets and Stanley converge, and they'll run out of room. It's out of play.
First Financial Bank, foul ball.
So the battle continues.
4 foul balls here so far this AB.
Ninth pitch of the at-bat. Another 3-2. 2 runners on, 2 outs, bottom of the 9th. 4-run deficit. This one's popped up foul territory. Sheets gives it a look, and it is out of play once again. Perez Ortega, the catcher, actually the one closest to it. As he slides into the wall, comes up a little weakly on the right leg, but after a quick talk with head coach Morrison, he's going to stay in, of course, trying to close this one out.
Yeah, 1 out away, you just got to stay in.
Aiden Martinez about to throw the 10th pitch of this at bat. Two outs in the bottom of the ninth, 2 runners on for Bryan. Here comes to Daniel Williams. Fastball in, ball 4. And the bases will be loaded. Tying run comes to the plate for the Yard Dogs. It's Aiden Quintilla. He's 0 for 3 tonight.
At bat here, Yard Dogs, second baseman number 8, Aiden Quintilla.
That's going to allow Aiden Martinez to move out of the windup here. First pitch here to Quintilla. Taken, strike 1. Bases full of dogs. 2 outs in the bottom of the ninth. They're trailing by 4. Martinez wants the signs again from Perez Ortega. Likes what he sees. He comes set. A 1 to Quintilla. Fouled off. And the Yard Dogs once again down to their final strike. Long look in from Martinez. Quintilla's in the box, ready to go. The righty deals the 0-2. Sent into right field, but it will go foul. Out of play by about 10 feet. So another battle begins between Aiden Martinez and Aiden Quintilla. Wants the signs again. Oh, 2 to Quintilla. Swung on and missed. Elevated fastball. Gets the swinging strikeout. The Yard Dogs load up the bases in the bottom of the ninth, but fail to score a run. They are shut out here. And Nacogdoches will take the series. We'll hit a break. Post-game show coming up next. Final score on a Sunday night. Nacogdoches 4, Bryan 0. Post-game show next. Come on back. This is Bryan Yard Dog Baseball. final score on a Sunday night. Nacogdoches 4, Bryan nothing. Nick Savage, Will Fain with you here on our post-game show, wrapping up this series as Nacogdoches takes 2 out of 3. Tonight it was the Niners on 4 runs, 7 hits, no errors. They left 3 men on base. Bryan, no runs on 5 hits, no errors. 9 men left on base. Gunbach gets the win. He goes 7 strong, 4 hits, no runs, 1 walk, 5 strikeouts. Aiden Martinez, the 2-inning save. And getting the loss is Eric Glenwinkle for the Yard Dogs as they drop 2 straight, fall to 19-18. Nacogdoches improves to 29-9 to continue their stronghold atop the league. Bryan still battling in that 2-3-4 spot in the standings, and we'll I'll send it over to Will. We're not out of here just yet,
We're
Will.
not done.
What are your thoughts on the series overall? Just a hard-fought series between both these teams. Well pitched, well defended. Just seemed like Yard Dogs couldn't find the offense when they needed it.
Yeah, I think it was two competitive teams that played a lot of competitive baseball over this weekend. I mean, you had some slow offense at times, but, one team, being Nacogdoches, was able to string together a couple more hits at the right times compared to Bryan, where you had a few hits, but you just never had them at the right time.
Yep.
Both teams pitched and defended very well. We didn't see too many mistakes from either team there in the field. So, I mean, looking forward to Fort Scott. We've already played them once or a few times, and this last time you were able to get the sweep, so hoping for that again right before the long road stand.
Again, might be riding a 13-game losing streak. Their game not final yet, so we'll keep an eye on that. And that'll do it for us here over the 4th of July weekend as Nacogdoches wins Game 3, 4-0 over Bryan. We'll catch you on Tuesday, 7:05 first pitch. For Will Fain, I've been Nick Savage. Thanks again for watching. Hope to see you on Tuesday night. This has been Bryan Yard Dogs Baseball.